Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Cheryl Underwood, and you're tuned into the hottest news station on the planet, Hot 702.5.
Hi. Hey.
What's up? All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
Yo, it's Tavon Greatness Patterson. Want to listen to Hot 702.5 on the go? Download the Hot 702.5 app on the Apple Store or Google Play Store if you got an Android like me.
Let's get it.
Tune in now on hot7025fm.com.
All right. You guys are tuned in to the Shady Ass Tea right here on hot7025fm.com. I am fine as Carrice, and I am here with my cousin host, Sir.
Hey.
How you feeling?
Oh, I'm just so happy to be here. I really am. Every time we go live, every time we get on here, I'll be like, you know what? Everything's gonna be okay.
It is. Every single time. How's your week been going? We had Sunday, Monday. How'd that go?
Sunday, Monday was a lot. Today was a lot.
Man, January was a long ass year. That's all I gotta say.
Yes. And February is looking like it's gonna be another long year. So I'm just, I'm here though. I'm excited. I really, oh God, girl, I need a nap. I need a nap for the rest of the year, but not gonna take it.
I mean, all these balloons getting shot out the air, I feel like there's something in the air that's making us sleepy. Do you think it has anything to do with these balloons?
It could be the balloons. It could be, I don't know, maybe Elon Musk put something out into the internets.
All of the internets, child.
All of the internets, I don't know. It's something, but I'm well out. How you feeling?
I'm same, exhausted. My energy level is like negative. But you know what? I'm gonna go get some rest. I tried to rest all day yesterday, and I'm just gonna try to just get my life together so we could, spill all the tea, get all the tea, so on and so forth. So that's what I'm trying to do. You did. Your hand gone, child.
Sorry, that was a little squirrel moment. I apologize.
Listen, those of you who are right now, you're tuned in on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Go ahead and click that share button. We are going to share as well. And we're going to make sure that all of our friends and family and all of our fans essentially just tune in and hear all this shady ass tea.
Yes.
Did you share already, sir? You good?
I think I should. Hold on. Let me look. Because I think I shared. I'm sharing. Just sharing is caring, child. And I be sharing. Hold on. I don't want to lie. I shared. It's shared.
You shared it?
It's shared. Okay.
All right, good.
Ain't this cute?
What is it?
It's a phone case. It's like a little Game Boy.
Like a Game Boy. Okay, yeah. That is cute.
And it's pink.
That is cute. I like
Sorry.
it. I have to get like the super thin cases. Like my case is super thin. Like I can't.
Want to be super cute.
My hand's too small for that. My hand's too small for all that extra. So.
What up, Nora Karma?
Yeah, what's up, Nora Karma?
Don't mind my dollar store cup.
Huh?
Don't mind my dollar store cups.
Listen. You know what? Shout out to the 99-cent store, dollar store, all of those places that have like good cups,
right?
And bowls. Like you can get bowls from there because I need some cereal bowls.
You have a little cup of noodles, a little juice,
just like that.
That's what this is for.
What kind of juice you got in there?
This is actually a Paloma.
You
but
drinking?
so it's grapefruit juice.
You're getting congregated and
I told you that was a long day.
communioned.
I gotta try to regroup. But yeah,
Goodness gracious.
it's
Well,
a Paloma and it's cherry limeade energy drink mixed together.
okay.
So I'm trying to relax and stay up at the same time.
Well, let's keep both of us up. Let's go ahead and get right into the. It's a lot going on out here in these streets, as it is
Yeah.
each and every week, and we make sure that your cup runneth over. Okay. We have been talking about a group of 5. Okay, I think 3 of them were black, who participated in a what do we call this?
Murder?
No, the office sex scandal. The train.
Because there are 2 sets of 5.
Let's call it the party bus at the police station. Okay, they rode one bus named Megan Hall, and now the chief of police is now in a situation where he fired child, and
The police chief?
the police chief he gone. He
No, why
fired.
did they fire the police chief or somebody else fucking?
They call him Chip Davis. Okay, he was fired after the investigation into the sex scandal, and that obviously led to the other officers being terminated. So
Right.
an outside investigator confirmed that this chief of police knew about these actions.
They was busting it down.
So that makes me think
He was
he
into
didn't,
it.
he was busting it down too. He was giving Megan that work also.
Okay, so just scenario. You're Megan's husband. Okay, 'cause
Right, which Megan's husband said they have an open relationship.
they said they have. It can't
Yes.
be, my relationship can't be that open.
Why not?
That's too open.
Maybe they're swingers.
I ain't gonna be able to fit after she get that open. What you mean? God damn, 5 niggas and the police chief. Excuse me, I'll cash up you my $1. 5 people and the police chief. That's 6. What, you trying to collect the set, ma'am? you
I mean, maybe that was her. Maybe she was like, "Hey, I gotta get this in." You know, maybe that was like one of her dreams and aspirations.
Okay, so I ain't gonna. I was gonna say something. I'm not gonna say it. I understand that being a dream, though.
I mean, people do have.
I'm just saying, like, why do y'all got to be at your job though? Like, you.
And no, why they got to be at our job? Okay, because we are paying for that. We are paying for them to have
Right.
a whole ass orgy. But
Hello.
listen. There's a third party investigator that concluded that the chief of police was aware of this sexual misconduct within the department, right? And he never reported it, nor did he discipline any of the officers that were involved in this situation.
Oh yeah, he was fucking too.
The conclusion of the investigation also states that Davis impeded the initial investigation into sexual misconduct, contrary to what the city is saying.
Definitely was fucking. He was on that train.
That's what I said. That's what I'm thinking.
He was certainly on that train. So okay, if those 5 people and the police, how many people do you think she actually fucked? Because
Probably like at least 10.
They say whatever a woman says her number is, you got to multiply it by 3. Right. So
No.
that's what I heard.
Stop hearing stuff.
I'm just saying what they say, that women lie down, men lie up. Right? So
Which is probably facts.
and so they say whatever number a woman say, you got to multiply it by 3. Whatever number a man say, you got to divide it by 3. So 6 people got caught. Based on that math, that's 18 police officers.
I'm just saying.
So
She said, Nora Carver saying the inmates as well.
right.
I'm not completely convinced.
You know she's fucking inmates. You know she is. She pull you over. She's sucking you up. She's slapping the knob, pouring on the cob. Not that open. I'm sorry, my relationship can't be that open.
Hers was
like my rules would be, it can't be somebody you you work with. Like, it can't be somebody you're in constant contact with like that, right? Like, you can't be you can't be your fucking boss. Like, you spend more time at the office than you do at home, and you fucking your boss too. Absolutely not.
Well, we're going to go to ABC News 2 for the report.
Breaking news tonight: the Laverne police chief has been fired in the wake of a Begin with breaking news tonight. The Laverne police chief has been fired in the wake of a sex scandal that rocked the city. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to News 2 at 6. I'm Bob Mueller. News 2's Adam Mincer joins us live tonight from the WKRN.com alert desk with more. Adam.
Bob, as you mentioned, Chip Davis was fired as the head of the Laverne Police Department. Now, this information coming from a city spokesperson. Davis led the department for less than 2 years. Now, the city says they brought in an outside investigator to look into what then Chief Davis knew about sexual misconduct within the department. The investigator found Davis knew about the alleged sexual misconduct and never reported it or disciplined anyone involved, and that he impeded the initial investigation. This comes as last month, 5 Laverne police officers were fired after allegedly having sex on duty, sending nude photos of themselves to each other, and then lying about it to HR. Davis has 22 years of law enforcement experience, 17 of which are with Laverne. In a statement sent to News 2, Mayor Jason Cole said in part, quote, "There aren't words to describe the disappointment and frustration felt by myself and other city leaders." He goes on to say, "We take the health, safety, and well-being of every employee at Laverne extremely seriously, and a culture similar to the one uncovered in these investigations is not acceptable." Deputy.
Well.
Okay, so that mayor is cap. That mayor. Listen. First of all, when you said Chip, I just assumed the police officer was the guard, the captain was white when you said
I
Chip.
know, that's why I thought it was so important to show that video so y'all can see it. Y'all people. That's y'all people. Child.
All them brothers, they definitely was. They said sending each other nude pictures.
Yes, so they already got caught sexting, okay, by HR, and nobody got in trouble.
All right. Oh, okay. And then, so he was definitely, just based on how he was posing in his uniform, that little side thing, he definitely what's you ain't gonna do it together. That little he needed one of these. You know what I'm saying? He definitely was fucking that white girl. Okay. They had videos. They was like, yo, we did a little thing today. What y'all gonna do tomorrow? Send me what y'all do. When y'all fuckers send it to me. Like, it was I want to see the videos.
I don't, because she's not cute. She ain't cute.
I want to see the videos because I know they nasty.
She was doing her due diligence as an employee by keeping the employee tension down. Nora Karma says
she was creating a healthy work environment.
Nora Karma says Davis looked like he got that old man work.
Dude.
Oh my goodness.
He looked like he is in there. Oh yeah, he say shit like sugar and darling. Darling. Hey, darling.
He probably was calling her ma'am the whole damn time. Child, it's too much. Another thing that's too much too, and this is going in a completely different direction, but these despicable officers, okay, from Memphis, who 3 of them, I want to remind y'all, are of the are Q dogs, and I think that they have been released from the fraternity has released them of representing. Yes.
No more barking for them.
They kicked them out, child. They gone. They said that they don't represent that type of behavior. Bye. Okay. So put your gold boots up, sons. All right. These guys. So these despicable officers who were responsible for beating to death Tyree Nichols took a picture of the bloodied and beaten body and then sent it to 5 people. Okay.
So we went from beating pussy to beating.
One thing that we didn't talk about last week, and I think we were going to get into it, was the there was a rumor about why right. What do you remember what that was? Because I think you were going to bring that up, but we didn't get to it.
The rumor I heard was that the reason they were on Tyree like that is because he was allegedly sleeping with one of their wives. And so they all kind of got together and were like, we're going to beat his ass up because he fucking your wife. Now, this is what people in Memphis were saying. This is not like something I heard in Houston. It's what people I heard like in Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know how accurate that is. I don't want to say that that's exactly why, but it makes more sense as to like what was going on, like why these 5 people jumped on this one man and without like any cause. He had no prior anything. He wasn't doing anything that would have caused him to be beat up like that. And yeah, that's what they're saying, is that he was fucking one of their wives.
And I do want to say this real quick though, because in newly released documents, the officials say that one of the 5 officers, Demetrius Haley, admitted to sending a photo to Mr. Nichols, of Mr. Nichols, to at least 5 people. He said that he sent it to 2 fellow officers, a civilian employee of the department, and a female acquaintance.
That part.
The 6th person also received a photo of the record states. So they probably pulled his text messages.
Right. So, I'll say this. I've been very angry before about something like this. And so like wanting to like beat somebody up about fucking your woman or like that kind of shit is a real feeling. Now, did I act on that feeling? No, because I did not want to go to prison. It ain't that easy, Noir Carmen. Noir Carmen says just divorce your cheating ass wife. It's not that easy. You be ready.
Why not? Why isn't it?
Because you be ready to motherfucking fight. Because you be feeling disrespected. You know what I'm saying? So like, when I feel disrespected, I'm gonna be honest. If I feel disrespected, I'm gonna fuck everybody. I'm gonna still divorce you, but I want to fuck everybody up that disrespect me. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers must think I'm a whole ass nigga, and I'm not that. You know what I'm saying? Please don't let the smile and the switch and any of that shit fool you. I will fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it. And so if that was the case, I'm not condoning anything that they did. They shouldn't have killed that man. They should have, kept it fucking moving. But like, everybody don't operate like that. Everybody's not gonna have a level head when they feel disrespected.
It's one thing to have a one-on-one fight with someone versus you murdered someone with 4 or 5 other people, including the white guy who tased him, and we don't want to forget him. Okay,
right? Because but the police officers are our brotherhood, and like your brother,
they're in a couple of brotherhoods, in which one of them they got kicked out of. They're in a couple of them. Okay,
they were bros, no longer that. But yeah, I hope that that's not the case.
What's up, John?
I don't know.
What's up, Tiara?
I don't know what if that's the case though. Like, I'm not condoning, but I do understand being angry about that and wanting to deal with that situation and the way you want to deal with it. Like, you don't always have a rational thought.
I know you're trying to be. What are we saying?
Devil's advocate.
You're trying to be devil's advocate, but no. Okay. Did you beat up anybody in recent years?
I have not. Again,
okay, then let's keep it moving. That's all I'm saying.
But it's not. It's really not that simple. I didn't beat anybody up not out of like any other reason, but I have children. Like, if I didn't have children to be,
but how do we know they don't have children?
I'm just saying, like, what I'm saying.
I'm saying people can make logical decisions, right? Because definitely, I have been in a position. I've definitely been in a position where I'm like, you know what? Let's go ahead and drive by, let me pick up some bullets real quick and drive by and just run through. But I didn't.
Okay. Everybody doesn't have that capacity, right? Everyone's like, some people get there and they're like, fuck that shit, I'm there.
But I think that they use their power as a police officer to summons him, to capture him, to kidnap him, to do these things, and then that resulted in his death.
And I can't say if I had those resources, I wouldn't have used them in the same way.
Ooh, chill.
I'm not gonna cap on you.
The views that Sir is expressing are not representative.
Okay, so
Hot 702.5.
I thought I could be honest. I thought I could be honest at the gig. thought it was a safe space.
No, I understand. I understand what you're saying. I'm
Yeah.
not discounting what
Yeah.
you're saying, because I
I
definitely have
think it's wrong.
I definitely have
Absolutely.
had those thoughts and feelings, okay?
Right. And that's
But
all I'm saying. That's it.
yeah, and somebody might still get it, child. I don't know, or
And that's
might not.
depending on
I
the
am
day.
just this is acting, and
T.
I'm entertaining.
All
this
I'm
moment.
saying is it depends. All it takes is one day, that day, well, you know what? That's the last motherfucking straw. And this motherfucker- for real. Because I've been there. I've been like, I've been outside the house, like, I'm gonna knock on the door.
I mean, I think that you have. I think you have a. It's different when you have an oath, right? Of things. You have an oath to protect the community,
Right,
and not
right.
to kill them, all right,
Right.
or murder them.
Right, but these
Essentially,
people are people first.
are
They're not
they?
police officers
Because
first.
blue lives, they saying blue lives matter, and they got black, and they black. Blue lives matter, but they're black. Okay, let's. I mean. Who do you think that they put first? Because they knew, they thought that they were going to get away with this, but they're black.
They are black.
Okay, they forgot that when they went. They forgot that when they went in there.
Your people first. I mean how they're responding to the stressors, how they're responding to whatever. But like when we're talking about the law, they're definitely black first.
No, but I'm telling you, they're not considering themselves to be black first. Their blue lives are first, and then they're black. That's what they did. That's the power that they decided to exercise. Not their black power.
Right. The difference between me and these officers is also, I wouldn't, if I'm gonna do something, I know I'm going to prison for it. I'm already
calculating it in my head. Everything already laid out. The kids are gonna stay with them. I'm gonna be doing 3 to 5.
let me put all this money in this account. Let me make sure they got this. Let me go to Costco, get some paper plates. Let me make sure everybody's okay, because I'm about to go to prison tonight.
Now, Nora Carmen says in this case, he ruined 4 to 5 other officers, killed a man, and she is free to F whoever she wants to. My thing is that he didn't ruin anything. Those officers made a choice.
They made a choice. They all
made a choice. Everybody has choices. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, and they got the consequences of their decisions. Everybody made a decision. I'm not one. I personally, this is my personal belief. I think when grown people be like, it was a mistake. It was a mistake. It was not a mistake. Is stepping on my shoes. Mm-hmm. A mistake is kicking over some milk. Right? You killing somebody. You fucking the wrong person. Those are decisions that you made, and that you're gonna deal with the consequence of your decision. It wasn't a fucking mistake. You didn't accidentally kill nobody. You didn't accidentally jump on that man. You did it on purpose. And
they have to know that the judge is not going to give them the same fairness that they give to the white people. Okay, and that's why I think that they thought that they were going to get away with it. This dude sent text messages like he's the whole police. Okay, he sent evidence. It's the whole evidence. All right, we took care of him. Like, see, we took care of him. I bet you won't talk to him no more. Like, this is the type of behavior this man has. Like, this is ridiculous.
He told her, "I'm gonna kill that nigga," and she was like, "No, you're not. Stop saying that." She was like, "No, I'm gonna kill that nigga." And he hung up the phone. And he found him. What's his name? What you need to know his name for? What's his name? Tyree Nichols. Got it. Say less. Say less, bitch. And that was that.
The thing is, it's not funny. Rest in peace, Tyree, for real.
No. I'm not.
I know, but I think sometimes we be saying stuff and it'd be super hilarious. But at the same time, we are still mourning your death, King.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to talk about it from both sides, because that's some fucked up shit. Like, and then if that's really what happened, if that's why he jumped on homie, that's not an acceptable reason. Like, if homie would have hurt one of his kids, sorry, you did.
I mean, I think that would have been disclosed in the event that did happen.
Like, if it would have been a situation where he had hurt one of his kids and he had used the police to get back at the man who hurt his kids, I don't think he would have been in jail. But because it was just you beating up a skateboarder or something like that,
skateboard photographer.
A skateboard photographer.
That was given. He must have had some major meat for him to be that mad. He was giving out that work. He didn't
Well, I
work
mean, he didn't have a
worked
real
his
job,
woman
so
out.
he definitely had the meat if he didn't have a real job.
No, I thought he worked at FedEx. That's where they met.
He worked at FedEx.
Yes.
And he was a skateboard photographer.
Yes. So he was all right. He was out here.
Meat.
Yeah, he had benefits and everything, child.
Right, and he had the delivery driver. He was delivering packages.
Right. So, rest up, King. I don't know what's going to happen with the judges. I think that the judges are going to give them, the business. And I think that they deserve every bit of it. And they have ruined their whole family's lives thinking that they're tough, So
when you go to prison as a police officer, are you automatically a bottom? Or do you go in?
I'm pretty sure.
And you're like, I'm gonna be a top when I'm in prison.
No, they definitely go to automatic bottom.
Automatic bottom.
Mm-hmm. Automatic bottom. Automatic head giver.
Damn.
Yeah.
You could be a top and give head.
You're not listening. I said what I said. Okay. I said what I said. Speaking of saying what they say, Wendy Williams, she likes to say what she loves to say and do what she loves to do. But what's happening right now is her ex-husband, Kevin, he said he broke, child, and he could not pay his bills. He has.
You know why he broke?
Why?
He broke for a couple reasons. Karma is reason number one.
Mm-hmm.
Reason number one is karma. Number B it's
not
because
number B, child.
Number B is because he was spending all that fucking money on his second baby mama.
Mm-hmm.
Like the money don't run out. He was buying her shit like he was the one making the money. He was spending her money like it was his. Mm-hmm. And now that he ain't got that money no more, he done ran out of whatever little money she gave him in a divorce. And now he looking for some more motherfucking money. And Kevin Hunter needs to go on by his day.
Kevin Hunter said that he wanted to go to the New Jersey judge and ask them and demand, he demanded, that he get his alimony that he's been missing out on because now he broke and he is falling behind on his bills, child. Okay. But the judge did not even consider his demands for alimony payment to be an emergency. The judge suggested that Wendy's ex take this case to mediation so they can figure the shit out.
Get out of my face.
You quit playing with me and these shenanigans.
Take some of that jewelry back. Sell some of them bags. You better put some of that shit on Rebag.
The Ferrari, sell it, child. The one you just bought her too, sell it.
Sell it. That house y'all living around the corner from her, while you thought you was being cute,
sell it.
Sell it.
This is what he says in quotes, I have fallen behind on my bills, He said, I currently live in a community that requires payments to the homeowners association, and I'm behind on that bill. Okay, listen, Kevin, I'm going to give you some advice. Listen, come close.
Come close,
Kevin.
Are you listening?
Come close. Pay the HOA first, because they will take your house before it's foreclosed on.
HOA. Listen, I'm
pay
Kevin, that is
the HOA first.
If you live in a super lien state, which New Jersey is, you pay your HOA first because they will foreclose on your house for that $12,000 you owe them or that $1,100 you owe them. They will take your fucking house and you'll still owe the bank.
If the HOA fees are not paid, this is another quote from him. If the HOA fees are not paid, foreclosures will soon follow. He said, my car insurance hasn't been paid as a result of not receiving monthly severance payments.
Hold on.
I'm behind on credit card payments because I have no money since the severance payments were suspended.
I have a question.
Go ahead, because you got more.
He paying his car insurance monthly?
He said the car insurance hasn't been paid.
You don't just pay it, pay the 6 months and then pay Go ahead.
He looked like the type of dude to pay it monthly, even though he got all that money.
Go ahead.
Okay. He also says, my life has been greatly affected since the plaintiff stopped making payments under our settlement agreement. the fact that I am unable to sustain my life and pay my bills in order is extremely urgent to me. I cannot.
What
I
is this
can't.
voice you're doing?
This is his voice. This is how he was pleading to the judge. I cannot pay my bills and sustain my day-to-day living.
No shit. You need to get a job.
Wendy was his job, remember?
Yeah, you need to go get a fucking job. The waitress you living with she ain't got no tips. She need to be babysitting or something. She need to log on to care.com and be a babysitter.
This is the thing, is that Wendy's lawyer is not with the shit.
No.
He says all severance payments shall be subject to either termination or modification.
That part.
He said, "Listen, child, this shit,
Kevin,
you ain't getting this. Pretty much.
Call your bank, Kevin, and ask for a modification. Okay, because those help as well.
Listen, it's wild out
Burger
here.
King is hiring. You can take a picture on the back of the receipt.
And I think it's like I don't know here. I think it's like $18 an hour.
Chick-fil-A hiring too. I don't know his customer service good enough to be a Chick-fil-A though.
Boy, oh boy. Yeah, that's the word.
Oh my God. I want, and this is probably just because of trauma. I want Kevin Hunter to continue to suffer.
I mean, I think that he deserves some suffering.
Yes,
after this.
Absolutely.
After the way that he treated Wendy,
right?
And all of us, and the whole staff, and some other stuff,
right?
And brainwashed her to believe certain things. Yeah,
I think he's getting everything he deserved. I hope he continue to get it.
Absolutely.
I really do.
It's wild in these streets. What else is going on? Speaking of like people being in relationships, a Denver Catholic teacher was fired for a same-sex relationship. That's wild, you know.
So
it's crazy.
So the Catholic school can tell you who you can fuck, like if you teach in there.
I mean, I guess that maybe they have certain things in their code of conduct, and they have things that they don't want people to, you know, they don't want people to say out loud. Because I want y'all to understand something real quick. Because I'm about to show y'all the teacher, okay? Right. And then I'm gonna tell y'all the teacher's name because I think it's important for you to know what the teacher's name is. Okay,
it's important for you to know.
You guys, this is Maggie Barton. Okay, she's out of a job now after the Catholic placed and let her go, child.
Well, so so this is
and I'm not trying to stereotype anyone. Yes, I am.
This is a woman.
Yes.
And she identifies as he, she, her.
Her name is Maggie.
But identifying as she, her, and having the name Maggie doesn't necessarily mean the same thing. Like she can be Maggie and identify as they, them.
This is what she said. Maggie said, and quote, "I think it's important to kind of get this narrative out there because I know that choosing to work in a Catholic school as a lesbian, as someone within the queer community, might not make sense to everybody. The reason why I did that is because of my faith. To feel my own faith being weaponized against me is in this way, to be terminated and lose my position. It's heartbreaking."
What are these voices you're doing tonight? Like
that's Maggie's voice. That's Maggie's teacher voice. Excuse me, teacher's voice.
That's her teacher voice?
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Okay, so and then she goes on to say, he was asking me a lot of questions about my understanding of the Catholic faith, and I was aware of the church's position on same-sex attraction and all that kind of stuff. It was a very uncomfortable conversation. That was the only correspondence that I had with, I guess, the art or whatever. It don't even say that, child. Say something else.
Archdiocese.
Yeah. There you go.
So, listen, I know my religious stuff.
Clearly, it's the archdiocese. That's what it is. So,
here's the thing. I'm a lesbian, right? I'm a lesbian. I'm working at the school. Don't nobody want to be no teacher. First of all, don't nobody want to be no teacher. Secondly, as a lesbian, she could be doing so many other things.
Or common no, it was just her partner.
she been doing so many other things other than teaching a bunch of little snotty nosed kids, right? And they gonna get rid of the lesbian teacher because she a lesbian. Look at her. She is a lesbian. Like when you Google lesbian, right? You Google the word, Google it right now. Google lesbian, and what's gonna come up is a picture of her smiling with holding a rainbow flag with a set of keys. And yes, that's the lesbian's lesbian. Okay, she has 3 or 4 adopted dogs at the house. She got she drives a Subaru.
She got about 3 cats.
She got 3 cats. She only wears chinos. Her shirts are always tucked in with a belt. You know what I'm saying? She smells like sandalwood. She is a lesbian. She's like a top quality lesbian. She's super sweet, but she just looks. You say sir, and she's like, no. I'm a lady.
Right.
What? She's very, very that. And I'm like, but you're gonna kick the teacher out of school. She's probably somebody's favorite fucking teacher. She's probably some Catholic lesbian's favorite teacher who was gonna be like, I'm gonna be a lesbian just like her. And now they're scared. Now they're scared to come out. I was gonna come out this year at Christmas time to my family. They fired Mr. Maggie, and now what are you gonna do? They fired Mr. Maggie, and now she has to go home to her lesbian lover without a job.
And Nora Comer says this. She says that they are mad at her, but they're not mad at the priests that they keep catching sleeping with the boys.
They ain't catching them do nothing. The Catholic Church and their ideas on sex and what's appropriate sex is disgusting, right? So like, you can't have an abortion, you can't get divorced, you can't be a lesbian, you can't be gay, but you can
molest boys
and just be, as long as you're the priest and move from place to place. You can beat your wife up, that's cool. You can rape your wife, that's cool. But like, being in a consensual sexual relationship with an adult, absolutely not. That's against God's plan for the world. I don't. You know what Sunshine and Sunshine?
Read it out. Read it.
Yeah, Sunshine and says, why does sexuality play a role in everything? I think because people aren't having enough good sex is why.
I don't think that's why. I just think that people like to have control, just like they have controlled a race of people like us, with writings that we don't even know where the hell they're really from. For a long time, people like to be in control of things that you do.
Right. So. I think that control has a part of it, but I think that because people are repressed, I think some people really believe that like say myself personally of having sex, the way I choose to enjoy my sex is an abomination. And like, okay, well, you're going to go to hell for that. And I'm like, there are so many things that can send me to hell. Sucking a dick ain't going to be the thing, right? Like, it's not going to be. I've done some really bad things in my life. Like, if on a list of things, like sucking dick is like not even on the list of bad things.
Did you just admit to sucking dick on the? Never mind. Let me read to you what the TV hot, child. The TV slipping out. It just be coming out. But listen, real quick. This is a statement from the church. It says, every Catholic school teacher in the Archdiocese of Denver, as a minister of the church, signs a contract at the offset of each school year, and in that agreement, they pledge to personally exemplify the characteristics of Catholic living, which includes refraining from taking any public position or conducting him or herself in a manner that is contrary to the teachings of the Catholic Church. Now, didn't the Pope try to be like, listen, we okay with gay people?
He did.
And they rejected it, right?
Yeah, they were like, nah, hell no. We hate them faggots. That's what they said.
We do not use those words.
One, I can say it.
No, you cannot.
Yes, I can say
you owe me $1 then.
It's
the same as the N word. No, I don't even like that word. I don't even think
I don't like the
word.
word either. I'm just saying, based on societal rules if you are the thing, you can
Boy,
say
this is
the
coming
thing.
out. This is a coming out show. Let's see what
I'm not coming out
Sunshine
of
is talking
anything.
about. But Sunshine says, but sexuality is literally becoming a label to be carried everywhere. It's becoming concerning. I mean, I think in some circumstances, sexuality might need to be voiced, right? And it might need to be on your forehead. It might need to be where your name tag goes. Sometimes it might be. You know, there's a lot of things that happen. I mean, we just happen to be black, so we walk somewhere, people know we're black.
You black, right?
You're black, okay?
Right.
But I think that in some circumstances, so that people may respond to certain things accordingly, you may have to be like, but first of all, I'm fucking gay.
Right.
Okay. First of all, and second of all.
Right. First and second.
Yeah. You know, outside of them already seeing what your ethnicity is.
I think that the thing that there's this idea that like being queer or like being a part of LGBTQIA plus community is there something wrong with you, right? And like there's still a stigma that says, oh, well, you're wrong, and I love them anyway. Like I don't give a fuck if you love me anyway. Like you don't have to love me anyway, right? Like because it gets like that like qualifier. Even though you're bi, I love you. Fuck you. Right? I'm saying like so you're saying that there's a reason why
anyone that's watching this live, if you're listening on the Hot 7025 app on hot7025fm.com, if you're gay.
Right.
I still love you anyway.
I still love you anyway. Like,
I still love you.
Even to say to somebody, like, I love you because you are who you are. Like, that's ridiculous. And so, like, there's this, like, I hate that, and especially black people.
I think that it's good that you're saying. I think it's good that you're saying that because I think a lot of people say it, but without meaning it like you're saying it. But then you do kind of mean it if you say it that way.
Like they're like, well,
I love you no matter what.
Right? Like, what? You should love me, like.
But I think that's what I'm saying. I think that it can be interpreted different ways. Like people could say, like, I don't care, I love you.
Right.
You know, or people can be like, well, I love you no matter what. But I think that when you're receiving that information and you're like, wait, you love me even and because I'm gay, you're like, I love you anyway. Like I think it can come off differently. Yeah, I think it can come off differently depending on who says it.
And so I think that's what it's like, oh well, you know.
Sunshine Ann said, why can't the teacher be a teacher? Why a lesbian teacher? Well, I guess she violated the code of conduct, unfortunately.
Right.
And the code of conduct under their rules, you know, don't be a lesbian out here in these streets. So she probably was out here holding hands, kissing.
Right.
Somebody saw him was like, oh my gosh, Billy's teacher is over there.
Right.
With
she brought her lesbian lover to the barbecue. They came to mass. And she was like, they was like, who is this lady with you? Oh, this is my wife. Your wife. Right. And so, I mean, I don't know. I hate that morality shit. Like, oh, well, the teachings of the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church uses a lot of shit on one hand, and they do a lot of other shit. Every time I watch a demon movie, it's from some Catholic people. Anytime somebody get possessed by the devil, they Catholic. I ain't seen a possession of a Baptist child, okay? I ain't never seen a Muslim child get possessed. I've never seen a Jewish child get possessed. Only Catholic people get possessed by the devil, okay? Because that must be the entryway.
Allegedly.
On the movies, have you ever seen the exorcism of Quanisha? No. Emily Rose? Yes.
No, remember, what was that movie that Oprah did? And Beloved.
That wasn't was that possession?
Yeah, she was like
that was different.
That was some witchcraft, child.
That was different. That was a different situation. That's a scary movie.
Y'all, excuse my coughs. I do have some sage going up in here. And it's a little smoky. You know, we clearing out the energies up in here.
Sage my apartment.
Well, I mean, people could be possessed. I think that, with Beloved, that was definitely the case.
Getting possessed more often, though.
What you think about Post Malone? There's this video going around about Post Malone.
He might be Catholic, child.
They either think that he possessed or he's on drugs. What y'all think? What you think? Tell me.
I think.
What did you first think when you saw the video? Did you think like,
honestly, I thought he was like zoned out, like performing his song. right? Like
Okay.
he was into the shit.
Well, let's see. I feel like I didn't go back far enough, or I went too far.
That's okay. But I legitimately, I think he was just feeling that shit. You know, he was on stage, he was in front of everybody, and he was living.
This has to be. I'm sorry, though. We got to get to the right part. There we go. I mean, this part looked like he got to go pee.
He just a young stuff. Like he just, I think it's the same thing as like strumming a guitar or like.
I feel like we're not getting the gist of this. So
I think he was
this is
enjoying
my
himself.
thing. Is that
Mhm.
I think they're talking about like the twitching, like him moving the way he was moving his hands, but maybe he was just trying to put all his, like, he needed to come from his diaphragm because this is his song,
Right.
you know. He gotta sing it. And that, you know how black people, when black people sing, they be like, they move their neck,
Yeah.
the hands.
Patty LaBelle kicks her shoes off. We rolling around on the
You know,
floor.
so maybe that's just his thing.
That's his kicking his shoes off. That's his rolling around. That's his banging his guitar. His, screaming, his jumping in the crowd. Like, that's his thing. And like,
Right.
I think that it's easy to say, oh, well, he's on drugs because he's doing something that, could be considered like erratic behavior. Because I mean, that video of Nelly when he was performing his song, he was definitely a little bit that way.
He was on something.
Yeah, he was a little
He had
bit.
a little extra something
Yeah,
before
he got
he
a
got
little
up
extra
there.
seasoning that evening. But even so what? Like, he a grown. Like, this is a grown up. This is a full grown adult man at a concert in front of hundreds of thousands of people. I might be a little high too. Maybe a little bit.
Just a little tiny bit.
Like this much high.
So, speaking of people being high and singing at concerts, did y'all watch the Grammys last night?
I heard it was really black. I heard it was black.
I didn't. They was. I mean, it might have been a lot of black people on the stage,
present, right?
But I think that they still had some concerns. Looked like what happened behind the stage was Cardi B gets heated over Offset and Quavo's getting into a fight allegedly. What's your thoughts on that?
I think that when somebody dies, it changes like the dynamic of the family for sure. Right?
Especially since they had already broken up. They had already, they had already been estranged.
Right. And I think death people mourn differently. And like a lot of times when you're mourning the loss of somebody, and y'all are mourning the loss of the same person, you may have tension with each other and get into it. This is just part of it.
So allegedly what happened is that Quavo didn't include Offset in the actual tribute
Right.
So this is what happened.
Cardi, how was it presenting?
I was so nervous. Backstage, ET's cameras caught this blow up from presenter Cardi B.
Both of y'all wrong. Both of y'all. This is not right. This is not been talking.
So what went down? It appears tensions boiled over between the remaining members of Migos, Cardi's husband Offset and his cousin Quavo.
I heard you back here settling some stuff.
The only thing I settled was my outfit, honey.
The two reportedly got into a physical fight. Offset upset because he felt Quavo blocked him from performing for Takeoff's In Memoriam tribute. Today, Offset denied the fight on Twitter.
How important was it to be here tonight to perform?
Very important. Long live Takeoff.
Thoughts?
So I think they absolutely got into a fight, a physical
sure.
altercation.
For sure.
But just like a family would, we got into a fight, right?
Ain't none of y'all damn business.
Right? Ain't none of y'all damn business. I ain't getting in a fight with nobody.
Cardi said I was just fixing my outfit. Okay.
Right. That
I
part.
don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't even know what you're talking about. But yeah, I think that mourning definitely, because we both had to mourn, right? And the emotions that happen when you're mourning the death of a loved one are just up and down. And so I think that they definitely got into it, and hopefully
I think that they already had beef. So on top of it, like, you're not gonna include me in my cousin's tribute. Like, that is kind of shady though. Quavo, he might have needed to get slapped for that shit. For real. Yes, he should have, because not include. We a whole group, okay? we a group,
right.
And we're cousins.
And
they real family members.
Family.
They're really family members. Like,
right.
And then you don't include me on a tribute. Like, that's petty. He might have needed to cut a 2-piece.
Maybe
just not in that. Maybe not in that setting, but
right.
They handled it well.
I think so. I think that the way that no one's talking about it, which is dope. I like that. We fought, but we fought. That's it. And whatever happened, we'll never know who won.
We know who won.
Who won?
Offset.
You think Offset beat Quavo?
I think the it would make no sense for Quavo to put his hands on Offset.
Mm-hmm.
When Offset, he's the one who was put Offset.
I don't think either one of them won. I think they was.
I don't think anyone won in the family, but Offset won.
No one wins when the family feuds. That's what Jay-Z said.
That's what he said. That's right. That's what he said.
Nobody win, but I think that I really do like how they handle it. Hopefully they get it resolved and move on and get back to being a family and not beating each other up.
Hopefully, a little therapy, y'all. Go to therapy, please.
Yeah.
Black people, this is your Black History Month lesson.
Ooh.
For this fine day. Go to therapy. We got some serious traumas that we need to address that are embedded in our DNA. It's beyond the stuff that you think that you experienced as a child. It is beyond that. Huh?
Black people kill me with therapy, right? Like, so you tell a Black person that you go to therapy, and the very first thing my experience is when I tell a Black person that I've gone to therapy or I go to therapy.
A white person, you said?
A Black person. I tell another Black person that I'm going to therapy. They say, "What, you crazy?" And I'm like, "No, because I go to therapy."
Right. Exactly.
I'm not crazy, right? And so some of the things that we think are like acceptable behavior, some of the things that we think are like normal things are really like traumatic things and really are like harmful things. And when I started going to therapy, I was like, "Yo, that's not like a reasonable thing to do. That's not what I'm not supposed to experience that." Everybody doesn't experience love that way, right? Everybody doesn't experience relationships that way or the world that way. And I think that Black people have this stigma, like, "Oh, we don't do this," and can I say, just also in Black History Month, stop saying what Black people don't do. Like, we're not all the same.
We definitely
all do the same things. We don't all go the same places, eat the same foods. So I do eat chicken and watermelon on a very very like I not all together all the time, but I absolutely do eat chicken and watermelon.
I don't eat watermelon, but not because I think it's a black thing. It's
Mhm.
because I overdosed on watermelon when I was 5. Okay. Let me tell y'all this story. I'm spilling my tea real quick before we end this. My grandfather, he loves eating watermelon. Literally, he ate it every day. Okay,
I was like, I know who overdosed.
it was his thing, right?
Right.
I was 5 and I was like, hey, can I have a whole half a watermelon? Okay, and not you, watermelons was like this big because they grew them and like my uncles and cousins and their friends, they had their own garden, so everybody would switch stuff, right?
Right.
So my grandfather gave me a watermelon like this big, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm eating all of this watermelon. I'm
Right.
I'm 5. I'm about to get it."
Right.
And see what had happened was
You didn't.
my little tummy couldn't take it all,
Right.
and it all came up. Okay, and then I have not eaten watermelon since. But so real quick. Tell them about the school with the watermelon or Aramark, okay?
Aramark,
I used to be a territory president for Aramark, by the way.
They
so they're not racist.
They're not racist. They just thought this was a good idea to have chicken and watermelon, chicken and waffles and watermelon for in the Black History Month like meal, right?
Which I don't think is a bad idea.
Me either.
I just think that they should have said, okay, because if we really want to do a Black History lesson, fried chicken and watermelon were a thing that allowed that ignited entrepreneurship for Black people, right after slavery. They were selling watermelon, selling fried chicken.
Right, because watermelon is some of the only things they could grow on
and
the
it's
land.
And it's hydrating, so you.
Right.
So you get your fried chicken and then you hydrate yourself with the watermelon. Boom, you're good, right? It's refreshing.
Right. It's delicious.
The problem is that Aramark should have said, this is why we did watermelon and chicken.
Right.
Like this is you have to have context to some things, you know. Right. And I think that would have cleared things up. They probably need a Black president, you know. Right. I don't have a lot of time anymore, but I can recommend some people, Aramark.
Right. I also think Black people need to relax on like chicken and watermelon being racist. Chicken and watermelon is delicious. Like there's so many other stereotypes.
I never tried it together, actually.
I have. So
I believe you have.
No, I have. We were on a cruise, and on the cruise,
we was on a cruise together.
We were on a cruise together.
Why did I not? I was not that intoxicated that I don't remember chicken and watermelon.
No, okay, so it was on the menu, right? And I was like, it was fried chicken, waffles, and it was watermelon kimchi. So it wasn't like a big old piece of watermelon. It was a watermelon kimchi on top of the fried chicken.
Okay,
and it was really good. And I'm like, I don't understand why Black people are so mad about something so delicious. Like Black people being lazy. Absolutely. Sunshine Aaron said watermelon chicken, LOL, not in the company of others. I don't care who watching.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that Black people white people eat fried chicken. They go to Kentucky Fried Chicken and Popeyes and churches all the time. Right. So I think that Black people need to get beyond the stigma of fried chicken and watermelon being racist, because it's not. It really is what ignited entrepreneurship, and I think that's important for us to understand. So, yeah, those are the things, and I think that I think that you just have to add context. Like when they have Hispanic Heritage Month, they can bring out tacos. Nobody's gonna say shit.
Nobody's gonna say nothing. They're like, always tacos everywhere.
They have Asian Awareness Month. They have some rice and some pho. Nobody's saying nothing. But why is it that Black people have a problem with being Black?
I don't know. I hate that. I love being Black, and I love listen. I eat fried chicken probably too much.
I don't eat fried chicken very often at all. Only because it's fried. Like, we got to do better with the stuff we put in our body at this point. In my life, at least. You got 2 years. Get your life together.
I got 2 years?
2 years before your cholesterol jump up. You'll wake up 40 and cholesterol is going to be high for no damn reason.
Oh, God.
Listen.
In 2 years, I'm going to be younger.
As you should, because you're going to be eating better. It's a real thing. It's a real thing for sure. Sunshine N says it's the stereotype based in racism. Correct. And that's why we have to do a better job at correcting it. So, it's not that we don't need to do it in the company of others. Some things, like we definitely don't need to say the N-word in the company of others, for sure. Okay, so let's stop doing that for Black History Month and beyond. You have anything to say before we tap out, sir?
Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. These are Armstrong. Facebook Sir Armstrong. Share with everybody you know. Listen again on Apple Music. Where else we at? Twitch, Twitter. We on all the streaming platforms where all fine podcasts are sold.
Right.
Do that.
Yes, please click that share button. Tell your friends about us. You can follow me on every single social media platform at eCarrice. That's ECARRICE. And I guess we go see y'all when next week.
Next week,
talk some more black stuff.
Right, for sure.
Bye, y'all.